readings. If you're wanting a free reading, just put your name into the comments. If you are looking for a paid reading, please make a payment and then come back and tell me how many cards you've paid for. I'm just waiting on people to come on. It's been a while since I went live other than a couple days ago, so just waiting on people to get on. Hopefully somebody will join today. 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. While I'm waiting on people to join, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find this by looking at my, Hi honey, how you doing? I can't comment on my phone for some reason, so I'm trying to find you guys on my laptop here. If you're wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. If you're looking for the payment information, it is in the description box below this video. Okay, let me see here. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. MK, gotcha. You're first on the list, hon. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? You're number 2. Guys, again, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7. Can you be more specific about that, MK? What do you mean by you're in need for your son? Do you want to know something about your son? I'm not real for sure exactly what you're trying to tell me here. Okay, let's see. I've got MK, Rhonda. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and get started. I'm not doing too bad, sis. I'm not doing too bad. I'm a little bit tired today. I haven't been sleeping very good lately. Source, God, higher self, angels, ascended masters, I thank you for this day. I thank you for another day to serve you. I'm asking that as I do these readings, that you give me accurate messages of love, inspiration. Oh, goodness. Sorry to hear that, MK. Love, inspiration, and guidance. I ask that these messages be accurate. Thank you. Guys, I'll get started in just a few minutes. I'm waiting on some more people to join us. I'm going to just go ahead and shuffle these cards for a minute. Again, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. If you're wanting a paid reading, make sure that you're making that payment and coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for so that we can get you the right amount. I'm going to get started in just a couple minutes, guys. Okay, let me see. So far, I've got MK and Rhonda. No one else is on the list, so if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that if you're paying for a paid reading, that you're making that payment and then coming back to tell me how many cards that you paid for. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with MK. Which cards do I start out with, please? Right away, MK, I was told to give you 5 cards, so I'm going to. Anytime I'm told to give extra cards, I do that. So I'm going to see what comes out for you. What messages do you have for MK, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for MK? Any messages about her son and a DUI, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. For MK. Two more shuffles, please, for MK. How many? Okay, MK, this is for you, hun. Okay, first and foremost, this first two messages is not about your son. This is a message for you, and I'm assuming that's probably why they asked me to give you 5 cards. However, I just want to make sure that you knew that. So the first card is the Knight of Stars, which is all about becoming somebody who does more than what you're doing already. Okay, this is the Adventurer card. This is asking you to kind of venture out and do some things that maybe you wouldn't try to do before, dare to do something new, is what I'm getting from this. I do feel like there's a little bit of a cluster of energy where you might have some sort of thoughts about, should I do this or should I not do this? Should I go this way or not go this way, or whatever it may be. I do feel like you've got some decisions that need to be made at this time, and these are decisions revolving around things that are happening like in your physical life. So this could be a career, romance, relationships in general. It could just be a little bit of anything, but there's something about becoming fruitful. There's a harvest that is coming. So this harvest is coming because of decisions that you've made to dare to do something a little bit different, or try something different even. You do have the Six of Stars, which is all about, for me, connections, relationships, not just romantic relationships, but this could be relationships in general. So with family members, friends, loved ones, co-workers, what have you. There is some sort of successful venture in a relationship, whether this be talking about the relationship with your son and what's going on with this DUI, but I really feel like this is talking about other relationships. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. What other messages do you have for MK, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for MK? Messages do you have, please, for MK? Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate you being a cheerleader for me. Yes, guys, please do share this so that more people will join the crowd. I have decided to go full-time with my business, and the only way that I'm going to be able to have business is if you guys are liking, sharing, commenting, you know, getting this message out to other people. I am going live to do some healing on tomorrow. Actually, today's Monday, so Tuesday I'm probably going to go live about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. It seems like more people get involved when I'm live later rather than earlier. So I will be sending out a post for that. If you guys can share that post for me, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm not taking all of those. What other messages do you have for MK, please? Love, romance, finance, messages about her son and the DUI. What messages do you have? I'm really not getting anything about your son and the DUI yet. I don't know if that's just spirit not wanting to give me any information, but let's see what else comes out. Are these the right cards? I'm hearing yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is going to be some sort of move. This is going from one place to the other. This could be in your career path or what have you. However, it could be actually talking about a physical move from your home. I do feel like there's some sort of significant change that's happening. I'm even, as I'm reading this card, trying to get messages about your son, and I'm just not getting anything. So for me, I don't feel like there's going to be anything real big that happens for it, or if there is, it's not being given to me for some reason. Maybe it's not meant to be known or what have you, but let's see what else comes out. Not these. Which cards? I feel like this may be a decision that you're getting ready to make, or maybe there's something about wanting to move, because I feel like this is like a change of address. Even if it's a change of address for like a career, you know, maybe you're starting a new job or something like that. That may be one of the decisions that you have to make. there is definitely a move, and it's a significant move. It may be one that brings on a lot of challenges, because I am getting like this feeling of like nervousness in my chest. So it may bring on a lot of challenges. And, you know, this could be even your son possibly going to jail, but I do not feel that way. When I say that, I don't feel like it's really talking about that. However, take it however it resonates with you. I just don't really feel like your son is going to be in a lot of trouble. I feel like there's something that clears something up. And, but I feel like this is, if this has happened before, because I get the feeling like something like it or something has happened like this before, it's almost like I'm getting a message of it's the last time, or maybe it's the last time that it's going to go as easy as it goes this time, something like that. But it's a little bit confusing energy, and I think it's confusing because it really isn't giving me a message about this. It's like I'm kind of pulling hairs right here, but I'm not really getting too much about it. Am I supposed to take these? Yes or no? I was told no, so I'm not going to take these. Give me 2 more shuffles, please. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. If you're making a payment for one of the readings, make sure that you make that payment and come back and tell me how many cards that you are paying for. Okay, so there's some things that you really need to pay attention to right now, MK, and this is, again, revolving around things that have to do with like your physical life. This may even be talking a little bit about your spiritual life, and maybe getting to this place of being able to visualize success in some sort of endeavor, in any kind of endeavor. It is about retraining your thoughts to be more positive instead of like negative thinking. I do feel like there's something that's came about with this last full moon. Maybe there's some sort of very big ending to something, or something is closing out, or maybe it's not going to be as, I don't know, like the energy from whatever this is isn't going to be as powerful as what you think it is. It's almost like if you have negative thoughts about this situation, it's just going to make it more negative. And I'm getting a yes on that. That burp was a yes. So make sure that you're staying positive about whatever situation you may be thinking about this time, even if it's about your son. Staying positive, giving some sort of positive affirmations that you're saying every day about certain situations or what have you, acting as if something is already the way that you want it to be. There may be some heart healing that's going on right now. This is things that have to do with matters of the heart, traumatic things that have happened to you, past relationships that need to be healed, something about relationships in general that need to be healed. And it could just be that there's, this is a time of you like, learning who is on your side and who isn't, letting go of friendships and people that, you know, no longer resonate with you or something of that sort. But there's definitely some changes that are happening here, especially when it comes to relationships with you and some sort of negative type of energy. So you have Celeste again, which is also talking about a move to a new place, a new home or place of employment. This is a message that's bringing you in successful type of energy. It's also bringing you a lot of joy and peace, and maybe even like feeling like some energy is kind of cleared off your shoulders, so to speak. However, again, this is like an energy saying if you don't stay positive about it, it's not going to be a very positive time. It's not going to be a very positive move. Whether this is a move in a direction of a new place to live or a new place of employment. And it may even be both, because I feel like both of these situations may be something that it's talking about for you. They both just feel right. Anyhow, let's get you a popsicle stick and see what comes out for you with those. And I'm actually being told not a popsicle stick for you. Which cards? Okay. So I'm going to get you an affirmation. If anybody else is wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. I only have one more person on the list, so please, if you're wanting a reading, free or paid, put your name in the comments for me. If you're making a payment for a paid reading, all the information for the payment information is in the description box below. Give me an affirmation for MK, please. Make sure if you're not already subscribed to the channel that you take the time to subscribe. Share this post if you can. Give me an effort. Thank you. The universe has your back. So whatever the situation is with moving or maybe even a new career path, whatever it is, it's saying that the universe has your back. You're going to be successful in this. I do feel like there is going to be a little bit of challenges, but the challenges have to do with your mindset, the way that you're thinking about something going to happen or, you know, playing out or whatever it may be. So I'm actually going to just use these today. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Sorry it didn't give me much information about your son. Anyhow, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Okay, Rhonda, you're going to be the next reading. Is anybody else wanting a reading? I only have Rhonda on the list. Guys, if you are not originally on YouTube while you're watching this post, you have to actually be on YouTube for me to be able to see your comments. So please come to YouTube and put your name in the comments so that you can get a free reading, or if you're wanting a paid reading as well. And just a reminder, I am going to be going live tomorrow around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening to do some healing. So if you guys are, I love you too, honey. If you guys are wanting some healing tomorrow, please join that. I probably am going to go live on here just like I am today and see how it works out that way. But yeah, it'll be on here. Anyhow, I hope that you guys join me tomorrow. Again, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Please make sure that you're putting your name in the comments on YouTube. If you are seeing this on some sort of social media and you're not on YouTube trying to comment, I'm not going to be able to see the comments. Guys, I can see that 5 people are watching. If you're wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. Okay, Rhonda, this reading is going to be for you. Whoever's watching, don't be afraid to put your name in the comments. Get a free reading. All right, Rhonda, let's see what they have for you today. Which cards do I go to for Rhonda, please? Thank you. Instantly, I'm seeing my Starseed deck, so let's see what they have for you. If you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that if you're paying for a reading that you're making that payment and coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for. I can see that there's 5 people watching. Please, if you're wanting a reading, put your name into the comments. You do have to be on YouTube for me to be able to see your comments. No worries. Okay, Rhonda, this is for you, hon. What messages do you have for Rhonda, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Rhonda? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Thank you. So the first message that came out is Earth. This is all about learning how to be human in the world that is not very... Oh, hi, Katrina. How you doing, honey? Happy Monday to you as well. Earth is about learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. I feel like what this is saying for you is just kind of like learning your way in the world. But I really feel like what it's telling me is like to be silent. And normally I don't get this with this card, but I do feel like it's time for like time of being silent, time of getting into like a state of reflection. It's almost like there's something new coming up for you that Spirit's wanting to give you information about, or maybe you've already got the information about, but maybe more information is coming in and Spirit's asking you to get into this silent space so that they can reveal to you what needs to be revealed. And I feel like it's like one of those messages of more will be revealed. It's time for that to be revealed type of energy. Not really for sure why it came out with this card, but that's the way that it's coming out. So we're just going to take it that way. Am I supposed to continue with these? Thank you. I guess so. This is a time of connecting with your inner child a little bit more. There's this time of feeling more innocent, more together. I'm even feeling this is a time of when you get into this silent space when Spirit is going to gift you or give you or open up or create in some way, shape, or form more rare gifts. This is supernatural type of gifts. You know, you already have the gift of being able to speak in light language. There's something that is coming that goes along with that. There's also something about the color gold. It's sticking out quite a bit. It came out in both of these cards, actually. It doesn't say anything about gold in this card, but I was seeing the color gold. So there's something with gold. There may be some sort of activation that is happening through the color gold. So if you see it a lot, pay attention to it, pull it in, bring it into your heart space. But I'm also seeing like this area here, not just the third eye, but this area here. So any of the upper chakras, you may feel it affect. You may even feel that energy from the outside coming in. And I'm hearing yes, yes, yes. This is a time of something definitely awakening, and it has to do with other connections. And I feel like these are not earthly connections. These are connections that have to do with worldly, universal type of connections with other races, other beings. You may even feel as if you're being... and I feel like this may be an out-of-body experience, but feel like you're being taken somewhere, or maybe you are having these out-of-body experiences where you're being taken somewhere and you're learning something new, and it may have something to do with codes, because I'm seeing like codes being presented to you, and it's almost like these codes are being written in your hands, and they're being written in gold. So whatever this encounter is, it's something that has to do with evolving even more. And this is in the spiritual aspect of things and the etheric aspect of things, where you're evolving even more so, and you're going to be able to create and adapt to these things that are being created through whatever these codes are. Okay, I wish that I could give you a little bit more information than this, but whatever it is, it's something significant, something pretty big. Let me write these names down before I forget. Vitrina, and Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Julie. How you doing? So I'm doing Rhonda's reading right now. Then I have Vitrina and Stacy and Julie. How you doing, honey? Guys, make sure that if you're paying for a reading that you're telling me how many cards that you paid for. If not, I just have you on the list for a free reading, which is completely fine. But please let me know, because I'm not seeing any payments coming in. I have, my phone is on airplane mode, so you'll have to let me know that. Which cards do I go to, please? It is 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. The payment information is in the description below this live. All right, so which cards am I going to? Okay, Rhonda, they're telling me to give you an affirmation here. Thank you, Stacy. Love you, honey. Well, you guys can still get a free card. You can always come back and take a look at it if you want to. I was told to give you 2 of those, so I'm going to. Thank you for being here, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so the first I am affirmation for you is I am the dreamer of the dream. Of my dream. I am the dreamer of my dream. When I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Rhonda. Much love to you. Thank you for being of support. Hope that you have a wonderful evening. I've got Vitrina, Stacy, and Julie. And I know you guys are saying you're just popping in for support, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys cards as well. You can always come back and look at them at a later time if you're not able to stay. I appreciate you guys being here, though. All right, Vitrina, this is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. I haven't used these in a while. Let's see what they have to say. Love you too, Rhonda. You're very welcome. What messages do you have for Vitrina, please? And am I supposed to take this? I am. Okay, am I supposed to take the one under it? All right, I am told not to take the one under it, but I am going to tell you it is farewell to the moon. This is all about getting connected with the moon cycle. So this may be something that you need to do. But the very first card that came out for you is the mirror, which is all about learning to know yourself and know your wants, needs, and desires, learning how to capture them in a world that tells you that what you dream of and desire you can't have. So this is Spirit's way of showing you that there's going to be some things that you see that you get involved with, some sort of situations that you may have that are going to help you to see your true self. It's going to help you to see aspects of yourself that are good, bad, and different, things that you need to change about yourself, things that you need to honor and respect and really hone and bring in, and things that you need to share with others. But this is even in your physical. This is not just talking about your spiritual life, but even in your physical life, it's helping you to see the things that you desire and don't desire. So relationships that you want or don't want, the type of relationships that you want or don't want. It may even be helping you to set up boundaries with people around you or situations that you may be engaged with, that is helping you set boundaries so that it doesn't affect you in some sort of negative way. Which cards? Thank you. What other messages do you have for Vitrina, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Vitrina. Am I supposed to take this? What other messages do you have for Vitrina? I didn't share that card with you because I was told not to. It was the Gluminous Doom, which is about having situations that are not so pleasant in your life, and I really didn't think that that was pertaining to you, so I didn't want to give it to you. This is a time of making friends, or maybe even changing up the amount of friends that you have. Again, there's a message of seeing the type of relationships that you want and don't want, the type of energies that you would like to participate in and not, and so on and so forth. But this is a time of having fun, not taking things real serious, being in the energy of accepting whatever source God brings your way, meaning in friendships, maybe even in situations. But remember that your friends are going to be the ones, maybe even family members, that are going to help you to see the good, bad, and indifferent in yourself, that helps you to change aspects of yourself that need to be changed. There's going to be a lot of situations where you're going to want to cry, but they're asking you to laugh instead. And it may be that you want to cry because it's such a big change for you that, change can be a little bit, I'm hearing the word annoying, but I wasn't going to say annoying, but it could be like a little bit too much on us at times. And I feel like the more that you laugh and, be childlike and be more not serious, the more that these changes that are happening within these relationships and, seeing the different aspects of yourself that need to change, or either that you need to honor and respect, it'll be a lot easier if you just are open to the changes that happen. Hi, Lisa. How are you, honey? Okay, I'm doing Vitrina's reading right now. Then I have Stacy, Julie, and Lisa. Guys, remember, if you are paying for a paid reading, that you're telling me how many cards that you've paid for. If not, you're only being put on the list for 2 cards. I'm doing Vitrina's, and I have Stacy, Julie, and Lisa. Thank you for telling me, Vitrina. Give me an affirmation for Vitrina, please. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth, and being your authentic self. That's literally what I wanted to say when I was seeing this card. So being your true authentic self is going to pay off for you. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Vitrina. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I've got Stacy, Julie, and Lisa. Okay, Stacy, this reading is going to be for you. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. If you're paying for a paid reading, make sure that you're making that payment, coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for. If you are not being put on the list for a reading, it's because you're not actually on YouTube. If you have been seeing my posts somewhere else on other social media, please get on YouTube and get on my channel and watch it that way, so that you can put a name onto the list. Right now, I've got Stacy, Julie, and Lisa. Again, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Which cards do I go to for Stacy, please? Thank you. Stacy, this reading is going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Stacy, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Stacy. Love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Stacy. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. The first card that came out for you, Stacy, is the Page of Cups, which instantly makes me feel like there's some sort of news that's coming. This could be good news. It could be news surrounding something that has to do with your finances, because I am seeing like a stack of money, but I'm also seeing the faces of your kids. So this may be something that has to do with your kids and some sort of money that's coming in. I do feel like you're getting a letter in the mail, or either there's going to be some sort of email about something that you're receiving, or something that is finally, I feel like the word finally needs to be said, finally come into fruition. It definitely has to do with money, and I am seeing your kids, whatever that means. You do have you asked your angels for help with this, and you also have the heart chakra. And I feel like these are meant to be read together. So when it comes to the heart chakra card, I feel like there's something that you've been seeking answers for that has to do with some sort of connection. I do feel like this is a repeated message for you, but it's asking you to be open to giving your heart to people that maybe you don't expect to give it to, and maybe being open to something new happening. I do feel like there is a situation that you're in now that Spirit is wanting to help you with, but I feel like you're not really asking or praying enough about this situation. So Spirit's saying, you know, I need you to start asking about this situation. 32:30. I'm going to post or timestamp this in case she's not here. 32:30, maybe. Anyhow, I feel like there's a situation that could be a lot different if you would open your mind to prayer and meditation about this situation. I feel like there's some information that Spirit's been trying to give you about this, and it may be coming in like repeated type of cycles, and these cycles that you're having with this particular person is trying to show you some sort of truth about this situation. I do feel like there may be like a time of hanging on to something that maybe isn't completely in alignment with your energy right now, or your frequency, which may be making it feel a little bit like it's not wanted, not needed, not supposed to be there, what have you. But I do feel like Spirit's asking you to meditate about this, because you're going to get a little bit more information as to why it feels that way. But for most of what I'm getting is it's the frequency is different. Your frequency may be here where his is here, and there's something about like repelling each other or something like that. I do feel like the heart chakra card is asking you to get a little bit deeper into herbal type of medicines, and I don't know why it's coming out with the heart chakra card, but I am feeling like getting connected deeper with herbal types of medicines, or just herbs in general, getting connected with their frequency. So this could be any kind of herbs, but you know, it could be referring to taking your journey a little bit further with like ayahuasca, marijuana, magic mushrooms, things of that sort. But there's definitely something that it's trying to tell you about connection with herbs. I'm not seeing you smoke them. I'm not seeing you eating them. I'm seeing you connecting with their frequency of. So this could just be that they're in your vicinity. You're connecting your heart energy to their heart energy, and so on and so forth. But they're taking me back to this money situation and your kids. This may have been something that you had been asking about a while ago. They're like taking me back a little while. Something that maybe you had put time and energy into, and maybe it wasn't fruitful, or there may have been some sort of communication that was off on your end or somebody else's end. I'm not really for sure. But there was definitely some sort of energy that is off. Hi, Starfall. How you doing, honey? Yes. 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. I'll put you in for a free reading. If you're going to pay for one of the readings, please make that payment and come back and let me know how many cards you paid for. You will be after Lisa. Right now I'm doing Stacy. I have Julie, Lisa, and then Starfall. If you want to give me your first name, you can. If not, I'll just put Star. All right, let's get an affirmation for Stacy. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Stacy. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Okay, guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings that you make that payment and come back and tell me how many cards that you paid for. You're very welcome, Stacy. Much love to you, hun. Right now, I've got Julie, Lisa, and Star. Guys, please consider sharing this video. I have decided to go full-time with my business, and you guys are my form of advertisement. So if you can share this video, give it a like, what have you, that would be greatly appreciated. Look for me to go live tomorrow around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. I am going to be doing some healing tomorrow. So if you're interested in some healing, getting your elements within your body balanced back out, things of that sort, then please come and be a part of that. I will be going live here tomorrow around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, let's see here. Julie, this reading is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to for Julie? Thank you. You're very welcome, hon. What messages do you have for Julie, please? In love, romance, finance, essential messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Julie. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Julie. Am I supposed to take both of these? So before I even had these cards full out, I kept seeing a man's face, and the man, I don't know who he is. I'm assuming that it's probably somebody that you know, maybe a husband, maybe a family member or something like that. This guy's got dark hair and it's kind of parted over to the side, and I feel as if he is tall. He may or may not be, but I feel as if he's tall. It's just this feeling that I'm getting. Anyhow, I'm not sure why this person's face is coming out, but I do feel like this kind of weird feeling from this person, almost like they're looking at me, but looking at me with like, I don't want to say concern, but looking at me with some sort of question. There's question about something to do with you. Maybe they have questions about who you are, maybe about some sort of situation that you're in at this time, or whatever it may be. This could even be a guide that's presenting itself to you at this time. However, you know, I'm really unsure. It does feel like this person is a little bit in the distance, as if they're standing off and watching from a distance. So it very well could be a guide. However, I just wanted to bring that up just in case you needed to know that. So you do have Water Your Garden, which is talking about taking care of your body. This is asking you to take time. It's asking you to take time to do things like nourishing your body, mind, and soul through different foods that you're taking in, meditations that you're doing, connection with crystals, maybe sun gazing. Yes, sun gazing. They're saying yes, 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 and they're actually seeing you as you're sun gazing, opening your heart and your sacral chakra to the codes that are coming in, and having them awaken something. is what I am feeling. This is asking you to get more connected as you're taking time for yourself, taking time to rest, taking time to be silent and still. Make sure that you're taking time to sit in meditation, asking Spirit what your next steps are, where you need to go at this time. If it's time for you to just sit still and be with yourself, then it's time for you to just sit still. But I do feel like this card is talking about something that's opening up for you. This is a new beginning in something. It may have to do with finances, but I do feel like whatever this is, it's something that's bringing on a lot of happiness. And it may be happiness that you've been waiting for quite some time. Maybe you've been, searching for it or trying to find ways of bringing you this peace and happiness that you're wanting or desiring. But this is like something finally is breaking through, and it may just be that you let go of something that's bringing you to a new door that's opening, and this is, or maybe it's asking you to do that, but it's about something opening up when something else is closed down. Something else is moving away and is gone. It may have been gone for a little bit even, but the energy of it was still embedded in you, and maybe you just was feeling a little bit lost or maybe insecure about which direction to go. But prayer, being silent, taking time for yourself, getting connected with the sun is very, very beneficial at this time. They're even saying take the time to get connected with water, maybe manifestation through speaking to your water. Also getting clear intentions through speaking to your water is something else that maybe you need to do, but definitely getting connected with silence at this time is going to present to be something very useful to you. However, this is a time of birthing something new. There is a new door that's opened or is opening for you. I do feel like if you just have faith, trust, and patience and walk through this door, that you're going to see that it's going to be something that pans out to be something good for you. Whatever it is, you're going to fall in love with it. Or you may have already fallen in love with it, and that's kind of what's pushing you into this direction and going in this direction or what have you. But I feel like more information needs to be given to you, and it needs to come through meditation. Okay. Hi, Candy. How you doing, honey? Yes, I will put you on. I will put you on the list. You will be after Star. Guys, make sure that if you're making a payment for a paid reading that you're telling me how many cards that you paid for. If not, I am just going to be giving you the 2 cards free. But 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 and 9 for $20. I am doing good, Candy. Thank you for asking. Make sure that if you guys are... Never mind. Not needed to be said. Okay, let's see. What affirmation? Thank you. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world that I see. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Julie. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Don't forget, tomorrow I'll be going live here around 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that I can do some healing for you guys. So make sure that you guys are coming in and being a part of that. It's greatly appreciated. Candy, the information for paying for cards is in the description box. There is, actually, I can probably put it on here real quick because I can't make comments on my phone that I'm recording on, but I also have my laptop up right here, so I'll go ahead and put the information there. Give me just a second. No, copper, not right now. Okay, guys. I just put it in the comments, so you should be able to see the ways of paying. You're very welcome, Julie. I hope that you got something out of it, hon. Much love to you. Candy, make sure that if you pay for a paid reading that you let me know how many cards that you paid for, hon. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Let me move on. Lisa, this reading is going to be for you, hon. Which cards are going to for Lisa, please? What messages do you have for Lisa, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Lisa? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Lisa. Lisa, love, romance. Am I supposed to take all of these? Okay. So you're going through some sort of situation right now that may feel like it's the end of something. It may even be the end of something, but what I'm getting from this message is that you're going to survive this. It's something that you're going to get through. It may be a little bit challenging. However, the new beginnings are going to bring on a lot of joy and peace. I do feel like you've been trying to survive a certain situation for some time, or maybe it's just you've been on like co-pilot and just not knowing exactly what your next steps are. However, I feel like you're in this time of going through some sort of awakening where you're starting to have memories of things to come, maybe memories of things that have happened in the past, maybe even memories that come from another lifetime, because I do see that you have already or are currently opening up to some sort of gifts to where you have like clear cognizance. You could even have like the gift of clairvoyance, seeing things before they happen, but along with that comes being able to see the past as well. Seeing into other timelines also comes with that. So there could be that, it could just be that you're already a clairvoyant or already somebody that sees things pretty clearly. However, I do feel like it's opening more. There's something about it that's going to become more prominent. There is a message that there's something that you're taking your time and energy into that you've done before. So I feel like you're revisiting something from the past. I do feel like some of this, something that you're revisiting from the past, is some sort of way of being awakened. And what I mean by that is you may have been somebody that was very gifted as a child, or maybe even as a teenager you had some sort of intuitive type of gifts, or like that discernment of spirit, or just very connected with spirit or something of that sort. And I feel like that is reawakening, or there's something becoming more open with that aspect. Either way it goes, there's something new that is happening along with this that is asking you to be open-minded to the changes that are happening and go with the flow. Definitely going with the flow. You are being asked to get out and spend more time in nature right now, being in greenery, around trees, around flowers and grass, around greenery, and any way, shape, or form is going to be very beneficial for you at this time, especially since you're reawakening something or awakening something more so. I feel like your soul is kind of going through like a vibrating time. And what I mean by this is literally you could feel at times like your body's vibrating or has some sort of like weird, vibration is it. Okay, that's the best way of putting it. Some sort of weird vibration, almost as if right now I can literally feel in my arms like something is moving. And it almost gives me like that nervous feeling or like an anxious feeling, but I'm not anxious. I'm not nervous. But when you have that nervous or anxious feeling, when something bad happens or something good even happens, and you just like get these vibrating energies all over you, that's the type of energy that I'm feeling. But I feel like this is something that comes and goes for you. It's not something that stays all the time. This is because there's some sort of awakening that's happening. Your soul is going through a pretty big transformation is what I'm getting. I do feel like I want to get one more card for you. What other messages do you have for Lisa, please? In love, romance, thank you. Yeah, there's definitely something that's changing for the better right now. This is a message of good tidings, good fortune, something good coming together. Thank you, Candy. I'll put you down for 4 cards, hon. But this is something definitely coming together that is unexpected, and it's going to be unexpectedly good. It may even bring in whatever kind of transformation that's happening for you right now, may even at some time bring in some sort of cash. Like maybe it's something you can make a business out of, or, you know, become an entrepreneur, something of that sort. But anyway, there is some good news that's coming your direction, and it's going to be worth receiving, is what I am hearing. What did I do with them? What other messages do you have, please, for Lisa? When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Lisa. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, I've got Star and Candy. If you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're going and making that payment and coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for, please. Okay. Star, this message is going to be for you. Guys, if you're not able to put your name into the comments, or if I'm not seeing your name, it's because you're not on YouTube. You actually have to be on YouTube for me to be able to see your comments. So if anybody has shared this video on any other platform, social media platform, you have to come to YouTube to be able to put comments so that I can give you a reading. So make sure that you're tuning into that. Come to my YouTube channel, look for the live videos, and it should be the very first video on there. You're very, very, very welcome. Okay, Star, this is for you, hun. Which cards I go to for Star? I am going to the same cards I just used. Okay. I am seeing the color blue for you, Star. This could have to do with communication. Usually when I see the color blue, it also is an indicator that Archangel Michael might be working very closely with you. Usually if that angel is working closely, it is. Okay. Usually if he's working closely with you, it is due to the fact that you are going through some significant changes in your life, and you may be questioning a lot about what's happening in your life at this time. Maybe, you know, questions of, am I supposed to do this or not do that? Do I really want to be around these people or not want to? You know, is this the career path for me or is it not? Am I doing the right things or am I not? What is my life's purpose? You know, all of these things, you're questioning everything. You may even be questioning everything that has to do with like the world surrounding you and what's going on, and is it really truth that you're hearing in the news and on social media, or, you know, is it really aligning with what you feel? Yeah, which makes sense with the card that came out, double mission. This tells me that you're somebody who is a starseed. You're somebody who came from another planet, another star system, maybe even. You're a light worker. You're somebody that's meant to help people to get to this place of Christ consciousness. Even if you're not somebody that's quite got there yet, or exactly where you want to be with Christ consciousness yet, this is definitely a message saying that you're somebody who is meant to help others to awaken to that aspect, to the aspect of healing, to compassion, passion, commitment and dedication, to being connected with higher consciousness, truth, awareness. This is also a message of serving the world by being you, the truthful you, whatever that may be, by not putting any kind of mask over the real person that you are, but instead shining your light, whatever that looks like. There is a message of discernment coming in about who you hang out with, who you give your energy to. Using your discernment of spirit is going to be very important at this time. They're saying that you're very connected with that discernment, you know, that gut instinct, that knowing, that deep inner knowing that says, yes, do this, or don't do that, or hang out with this person or don't. It's almost like, you know, you have these eyes that see the truth of things as you meet somebody or as you go into a certain situation. And Spirit is asking you to really focus on that right now, because it's given you it's leading you in the right directions. And if you go in the direction that your discernment of spirit is leading you at this time, it can't fail you. The only thing that can fail you is you yourself by not going in that direction. You may feel like the blind leading the blind. You may feel like you don't have enough information to move forward, but this is where prayer and meditation are going to be something that are useful to you. Also, asking spirit, before you even get up out of your bed in the morning, ask spirit to show you through other people, places, and things and situations the truth of the matter, which direction you're supposed to be moving in. Give you confirmation over and over and over again until that confirmation just tells you that you know that you know that you know that you're supposed to move in that direction, that you're supposed to put energy into that direction. You just know. You know it here. And I'm hearing yes, yes, yes. Which cards? Thank you. What other messages do you have for Star, please? Thank you. You got the humpback whale, which is asking you to participate more in listening to frequencies and tones. This could be tones of animals. It could be tones of just things throughout the earth. This could just be music in general, but be real careful. Again, using that discernment of spirit, is this music going to be good for me in my evolution at this time? Is it going to be something that's going to help me to awaken even a little bit more? Or does it feel like it's, I don't need to listen to that. It's not something that's for me. Really pay attention to that. But this could also be asking you to tune into light language. I am getting light language from this. So there may be either you or somebody that speaks light language, or maybe you're supposed to be connecting with people that do. Either way it goes, I do feel like you need to look that up and see exactly what Spirit is trying to tell you, or meditate about it and ask Spirit, what is this with this whole light language thing? What are you trying to show me? I do see a lot of the heart chakra is here. You also have the third eye and the crown chakra are both here. So they're, as well as the throat chakra. So there's something that's coming together. There's something that is starting to fix and work together. Meaning these chakras, as they start to work together, you feel more connected. You feel more inspired even. But there's also this sense of just this deep internal knowing that's happening at this time, that's helping you to awaken to something that maybe you haven't seen yet, or you haven't got the whole information about yet. So expect that information is coming your way, or either the final bits of information that you've been waiting on in a situation are coming. Again, tune in to frequencies that you feel very connected to, that you just know that you're supposed to be connecting with. Make sure that you're doing that. I do feel like communication is a pretty big deal right now, though, but I feel like this communication is coming from Spirit or from other aspects of you. That light language is coming from another aspect of you that is connecting with that other aspect of you from a different star system or what have you. One of the things that I like to do to connect with different aspects of myself is I mirror gaze. So I get in front of a mirror and I set intentions by prayer and just asking that the things that I see my face transform and shapeshift into would be other aspects of myself from other timelines that I'm involved in. We are multidimensional beings. We exist here and in other dimensions all at the same time. So there's other aspects of you that are higher evolved, that are more instantly connected, as you may say, and these things are capable of connecting with you through this mirror gazing. So as you do it, you're going to stare into your third eye area or into your eye area and ask that whatever aspect of you that is wanting to come forward at this time, come forward. You're going to start to see your face shapeshift in the mirror. You may see it become blurry or foggy, as if a fog comes across the mirror. Don't get too scared about this. Just allow it to happen. If you feel like you're not protected, then put some sort of protection around you before you start to do this mirror gazing. However, just know that other aspect of you is going to come through. And I do feel like as it comes through, this code or this awakening is going to happen for you. This awakening that happened is either going to help you with this light language, bring in some sort of light language, or you're going to just start speaking in this light language. Whatever it is, you're going to know where it's from. You're going to know why it's coming to you. You're going to have questions maybe afterwards of what you're supposed to do with this. And maybe at first you're not supposed to do anything at all. And even if you're already somebody that connects with light language, I'm asking you to do this mirror gazing anyway, because there's another aspect of yourself that needs to come out and be brought forward. And they're saying yes, yes, yes. And there may be multiple aspects of yourself that are being awakened at this time and coming forward. I have Candy next, and I don't have anybody else on the list after Candy. If you're wanting a reading, make sure that You're putting your name into the comments if you're wanting a paid reading. 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that you're making that payment and coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for. My capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I am ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it is time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. What a perfect card for you. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I have Candy next on the list for readings. I don't have anybody else on the list. Please make sure that if you're not on YouTube and you're wanting a reading, that you go to YouTube so that you can be put on the list. I cannot see comments if you're on another social media platform. Good. Thank you, Star. I'm glad that you came, hun. Guys, make sure if you're not already a subscriber that you're subscribing to the channel so that you will be notified when I go live, which I'm going to be doing pretty much full time now. So I'm going to be doing readings, healing, light language, connection, helping people to get connected with their the spiritual aspect of themselves, with God, the angels, their guides. All those types of things are things that I'm going to be helping you guys with. So make sure that you're definitely subscribed so that you can get those notifications. All right, Candy. You're very, very welcome, hon. All right, which cards do I go to for Candy, please? Okay, Candy, this is for you, hon. What messages do you have for Candy, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Candy. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Candy. Love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Candy. These are my moon deck, which didn't really give me a feeling of like you need to connect with the moon, but the more that I am shuffling these, the more that I can see like a new moon, which makes me feel like there's something new that's beginning. Anytime something new is beginning, that means that something had to end for that new beginning to take place. So there may be a new cycle that's starting for you, and I'm hearing yes, yes, yes. So there's a new cycle, and I'm seeing the color white now, which makes me feel like this is going to be something that brings in a lot of like divine type of energy, or it may just be pure or truthful type of energy. And I'm also hearing yes for that. What messages do you have for Candy, please? In love, romance. Are these the right cards? Yes or no? Thank you. For Candy, please. Oh, am I supposed to take all of these? Any of these? Okay. Sorry, Candy. They said no about those. What messages do you have? Thank you. Am I supposed to continue with these? Yes or no? Which cards do I go to, please? Show me that again. Thank you. Okay, so there's a situation that you're in at this time, a new situation. This could be a new situation revolving around love. Even if you're not in a new connection with somebody, it could just be that there's a situation revolving around a romantic endeavor or a romantic situation, because I do feel like this is referring to romance. However, it doesn't have to. It could be any kind of relationship involving some sort of large amount of love where you're giving your time and energy to somebody through the love. But this, again, this is a new situation. I do feel like it's talking about something that has to do with letting go of something, because you do have the Four of Swords, which tells me that there's a situation that's kind of making you a little bit restless. It may even be giving you some sort of energy of like sickness or feeling down and out or feeling a little bit gloomy. But what I am feeling is this is something of the past, so, or should be something of the past. So I feel like the Four of Swords is asking you to let go of something so that something new can come in. If this is not referring to a relationship with you, it is something else in your life that's making you feel a little bit down and out and feeling like you just don't know which way to turn, maybe even. But again, I kind of feel like this needs to be reversed. Like the Four of Swords need to be first. It's almost like I feel like this is the energy that you've been feeling lately, that something has just kind of got you weighed down a little bit. However, moving in to this new energy where something has to go so that this new energy can come in. This is exactly how it's supposed to be read. Okay. Sorry that it took me a minute to get there, but anyhow, You're being asked to take time to like reflect, see exactly what kind of energies that you want to put time and energy into and what kind of energies you don't. It's almost like it's wanting you to make sure that you're giving your time, space, energy to the right areas. Even if it's not referring to all such areas of your life being about romance, I feel like it's talking about multiple areas where, you know, there could be multiple things that have kind of weighed you down or made you feel a little bit stuck, for a better lack of words, and now it's time to get into a space of silence and just reflect, see what your next step should be. However, moving into this new energy of bringing love into a situation, allowing yourself to feel new again. I'm also feeling like inviting something new in. I'm getting the word inviting. So maybe there's something that you're leaving behind and now it's time to invite something new in. I feel like being open-minded to whatever this new beginning is very, very important. I feel like looking back at the past or past situations, even if there's things that still need to be healed, some sort of traumatic energy from the past, or maybe, you know, some sort of love situations that ended in the past, they're saying like leave them in the past. Don't let that come into this new cycle that you're moving into. Leave whatever is meant to be left behind. Anytime that you start to think about these old situations, they're asking you to visualize new situations. Even if that new situation hasn't popped up for you, they're asking you to visualize those new situations. Am I supposed to continue with these cards, yes or no? Thank you. You do have the Lovers, which could be referring to new love and new romance coming in. What I am getting with this, though, is just relationships in general around you, not just a love situation, but relationships in general with people that you give love and time and energy to could be reflected in this reading. I feel like it's more than definitely one relationship. However, there is a focus on a romantic relationship, or there will be a focus on a romantic relationship. There's definitely something new that is moving in, but I feel like for most of this card here, the Lover's card, is referring to situations outside of a lover, situations with friends and family members, maybe even a situation that has to do with yourself, because I do feel like something here is reflecting things about yourself that you need to see. These are good things about yourself. These are aspects of yourself that you have to bring to the table. These are these things that other people see as values of yours, and that it's values that other people want in relationships. So there's definitely something about, I almost feel like your confidence is starting to be boosted in some way, shape, or form, that through the things that people are showing you through mirror reflections of themselves, those good aspects that it's showing you about yourself. And what I mean by mirror reflections, let me back up, is you may see somebody, a good friend of yours, and they say something and you're like, oh wow, that is so cool, you're very, very good at that. And they're like, what do you mean I'm good at it? I learned this from you. You are the teacher. You were the one that showed me how to do it this well, blah, 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 blah. So it's like they're seeing things, and you're seeing things in them that they say something back to you, and you're like, oh, that is me. Wow, I didn't really see that as being something that I should have seen in myself. But now these people are reflecting these things back to you and helping you to see these positive aspects of yourself. I feel like you're on top of some sort of mountain, or you're on your way to being on top of some sort of mountain that you had to climb. And I feel like it's kind of going back to the past now. And I hope that I'm not confusing you, but it's like it's going back to the past now. There was some sort of mountain that you had to climb, some sort of obstacle that you had to get over. And Spirit's like, you know, now you're moving into this energy of seeing things as they truly are. You're also seeing yourself as you truly are. You're honoring and respecting those good things about yourself. And you're like, you know what? It's time for me to give this aspect of myself to everybody. And I'm going to make sure that I do that in every way possible. That's you being on top of the mountain. That is you overcoming these obstacles to get to where you needed to be, so that you can be the true, authentic self that you truly are, and showing people the real you. You're bringing some sort of valuable energy to the relationships around you. And I'm hearing valuable. And I don't know what is valuable about it. It may just be the love that you have to give. It may be the light that you have to bring. It may be some sort of aspect or gift that you have to bring to the table that brings more value to some sort of relationship, or all relationships. But I do feel like self-love right now is like up close and personal, or should be up close and personal. There's something about really seeing yourself as you truly are, seeing yourself through the eyes of God, through the eyes of spirit, through the eyes of love, and starting to really honor that and respect that. And not that you haven't in the past, or not that you're not now, but it's almost like you find a new way of valuing the values that you have, the aspects of yourself that you have to bring back. There's definitely a sense of confidence coming back, or some sort of insecurities that may have been there before are being resolved at this time. So, take that and run with it. Good for you. It's a really big deal when we get to this place of, loving ourselves in a way that we're meant to love ourselves, and seeing ourselves and viewing ourselves in the way that other people view us, for the good that we have, for the things that, are valuable to them. What other cards do I get to, please? Thank you. Wow, that is a really big deal, Candy. Congratulations, first and foremost. That is awesome. 90 pounds is a huge freaking deal. So, this message is probably referring to that self-love that you have for self. Anytime we lose weight, our self-image is going to change, obviously, but not just, the new image, but grieving the old aspect of ourselves. So this makes so much sense. Thank you for telling me that. What other messages? Thank you. Yeah, you're being asked to reach for the things that you desire, and not to take no for an answer, to have goals and stick to those goals and commit to them, dedicate yourself to going after these dreams and desires that you've had. And I feel like some of these dreams and desires are things that, are coming from the past again. You may have had some sort of dream that maybe you couldn't yet touch for whatever reason, and Spirit is saying now is the time to go after that again. So you're revisiting something that you used to do, or maybe that made you really happy, but at that time it just wasn't the right timing. This could be a relationship, this could be a career path, it could be anything and everything. It could be about your physical health even, but they're asking you to not take no for an answer, and go after what you desire, full throttle, basically, is what I'm getting. I do feel like this card is also referring to some sort of communication with somebody, or many somebodies. There may be something that you need to get off of your chest, and it's going to be something that gives you some sort of relief, is what I'm getting. This could have been coming for quite some time, because I feel like it's something that may have weighed you down, or kept you feeling like you was stuck in some sort of situation. And even if it's not directly towards like some sort of communication towards somebody, this may be putting communication down on a piece of paper in a letter form, burning it, sending it to the heavens as a form of letting go and letting God take care of this situation. But either way it goes, they're asking you, to not leave your dreams and desires behind because of something that it wasn't the right timing, or you just couldn't do it for whatever reason at the time, but now is a better time to go after it. But this communication bit is a pretty big deal. I feel like to let go of something and to move forward with this new cycle and this new energy of a new beginning, you've definitely got to leave something in the past. You've got to communicate something to it, to leave it in the past, so that you can move forward with the confidence and courage that you're building up now. Just know that you are so worth it. Which cards do I get to, please? Which cards do I get to? Thank you. I'm being told to give you another card, so I'm going to. Messages do you have for Candy, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages from spirit or higher self for Candy, please. If you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. I do not have anybody else on the list, so you would be next on the list. Please let me know if you're paying for a paid reading. The information is in the comments as well as in the description link below. I love that. I love that about you. me 2 more shuffles, please. This girl is on fire. That's what I heard. That song. So take it and run with it. You are charged up. Your energy is feeling good. You are on top of things. This just is a message saying that your aura is changing. People around you are going to feel it. You're feeling it. So is everybody else. This is an energy saying that your aura health is changing, and it's changing for the better. It's also saying do things to make sure that your aura health stays good and together, meaning using crystals, getting outside and connecting with the sun, moon, and stars, things of that sort. It's also talking about your physical health being really, really good, as well as the number 6 is referring to the health of relationships around you are definitely changing and being, being really good. But I love this about you. This is like that energy saying, I have transformed. I'm taking on this new image, this new self. I love me. I am on fire. I'm going to share it with the world. And that's exactly what you're doing. Congratulations, girl. I love the energy that this reading is bringing to me. It makes me feel really, really good. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Guys, I don't have any more people on the list. If you're wanting a reading, make sure that you are putting your name into the comments. 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Dating 2 guys even. I love that. Hi, Robert. How are you? You are next. I got you on here for a free reading. If for some reason you pay for, okay, 2 cards. I see ya. Gotcha. Ooh, girl. Have fun. I love it. Robert, how are you doing? I hope you're well. This next reading is going to be for you. Guys, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. If you're wanting a paid reading, make sure that you put, go and pay for that paid reading. Come back and tell me how many cards that you paid for by putting that in the comments. Otherwise, you're going to be getting a free reading. I only have 1 person on the list. I have Robert on the list right now. So please, if you're wanting a reading, put your name into the comments for me. Again, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. I do feel like my recording is lagging because when I'm watching it over here, it's about a few seconds difference from what I'm seeing. So yeah, it's about 30-second difference is what I'm just seeing. Maybe 20-second difference, but it is lagging. I love that for you, Candy. Guys, make sure that you're joining me tomorrow around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. I am going to be going live and doing some healing. I'm going to be doing some chakra work. I'm also going to be connecting and balancing the different elements in our body. This is a pretty fun time, so make sure that you're joining me tomorrow. I hope that you guys are there. I will be making a post about it, so if you guys want to post that for me, that would be great. I am going full-time with my business, so I am asking that you guys will help me to get it built up by sharing and liking, commenting, whatever you can do to help me get support would be greatly appreciated. Reminder, if you guys are on another social media platform right now watching this video, I am not actually on that platform. I am on YouTube. So if you're putting a comment down in the comments for a free or paid reading, I'm not seeing it. You're going to have to come to YouTube, get on my YouTube page, Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment, and get on live videos, and then you'll see me there. Make sure that you're doing that because otherwise you're not going to get a reading. All right, Robert, this is going to be for you. Instantly, I was seeing my moon deck for you as well. What messages do you have for Robert, please? And love, romance, finance, ascension messages from spirit or higher self, please. I am seeing a camera. And as I'm seeing it, I'm being reminded that you are a photographer or you're a journalist or something of that sort is what is showing me. I don't know exactly why that's coming up right now, but this reading may have something to do with that. But let's see. What messages do you have for Robert, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Robert? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Robert. Love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from higher self or spirit, please, for Robert. Are these the right cards? Okay. For Robert, please. Love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Robert. Okay, so you, like most of us, am I supposed to continue with these? Like most of us are at the end of a pretty tough cycle. It may not have been tough in the sense of like it just really tore you down or what have you, but it may have been mentally tough, because I do feel like it's like this mental stress or mental anguish, almost like I'm getting a slight headache from just the overthinking or the thinking about, this cycle. And it may have been, it's not really referring to one particular thing. It's referring to like a big cycle. So this could be like a 9-year cycle or an 8-year cycle or several years that you've been in this cycle and now you can breathe. It's almost like it's saying that you can take a sigh of relief and know that you don't have to go through these things anymore. However, when you come to the end of the cycle, you always start a new one. And with that new one, you're still going to go through things that you have went through in the past. However, when you go through them now, it's not going to give you the mental anguish. It's not going to give you the bugaboos or keeping you down and out or whatever it may be. But what it does help you to see is how much you've grown, the strength that you've acquired from the cycle that you was in. It helps you to see how far that you've came. And it also helps you to see that there's always an end in sight. There's always something that you can go through and come through on the other side even brighter and better for it. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now, is there's a lot of cycles that you've been going through, or a cycle that had multiple aspects to it that you've been going through. And, now it's this time where you're at the end of it. You don't have to worry too much about anything else, but know that you're getting ready to start new beginnings, and these new beginnings are going to be very fruitful. I do feel like you're in a time of a harvest, or you're going to be coming into like a new cycle, whether it be a 9-year cycle, a 3-year cycle, whatever it may be. You're coming into a new cycle where you're going to get a harvest for a lot of the things that you've been going through in this old cycle, where you didn't feel like there was a whole lot of abundance that came to you, or maybe the abundance that came to you wasn't the abundance that you was thinking of. Maybe there's a certain financial security that you was looking for, or maybe a certain type of peace or joy that you was looking for through some of these situations in this cycle that you was going through. However, this is the time where when you come into this new cycle, after these endings happen, you come into this new cycle where you're going to see that you're going to be very fruitful, and that the things that you run into are things that are meant for you. Not just things that are there to teach you lessons so that you can, learn more about these situations, but more of like helping you to see how to move forward in these situations instead of learning a lot of intense lessons. Okay, that's the best way of putting it. I am told to get you another card, so I want to see, what other messages do you have for Robert, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Robert. I feel like a journey, there's a journey that you've put yourself into for quite some time that may be coming to an end, and maybe it's this journalism or, this thing with the taking videos or pictures that I'm seeing. And now there's something new that's starting, and it could actually have to do with the camera still, because I'm still seeing the camera, but there's something new that's coming. So maybe you're taking a promotion, or maybe you've switched jobs or careers, but you still are doing, the thing with the camera. I don't know, but there's something with it even being fruitful. Okay. Yeah, you've learned the lessons that need to be learned. And now it's this time of like breaking the chains of feeling held back, breaking the chains that are keeping you feeling ungrounded in a certain situation. you know, those things are coming to an end and it's time to move forward. But you have to break the chains that are holding you back. Whatever is binding you to the past and this past cycle have to be let go. I do feel like you're still in the process of kind of letting go of some sort of situation, or, you know, maybe you're having a hard time with letting go because it was something that you really enjoyed or liked, but there's something else that is bringing in more happiness. Again, it can have something to do with the camera, or maybe it's just like there's something new that's coming in, and maybe it's still saying you can still hold on to the camera, you can still have a part to do with that. But whatever this new thing is that's coming, it's going to be very, very fulfilling. It's almost like they're asking you to like take flight, you know, spread your wings and take flight in this area, whatever it may be. But there's definitely some chains that are being broken at this time, or in the process, or need to be, or what have you. Okay, John, I see your comment, hun. Okay, John. All right, let me finish up with Robert, and I will read that all the way through. Give me an affirmation for Robert, please. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Robert. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Awesome, Candy. Thank you for bringing somebody in. Guys, make sure that if you're paying for a paid reading, that you're making that payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards you paid for. 2 cards are free, 4 for $5, or 9 for $20. John, have you already made that payment? I'm not seeing it anywhere, hon. Can you tell me where you made the payment? You're very welcome, Robert. Much love to you, honey. I hope that you have a great evening. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7, or 9 for $20. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're making that payment first, then coming and tell me how many cards that you are paying for or have paid for. I know that the camera is lagging quite a bit, so I'm just waiting on responses. That's why I'm still sitting here. If you're on another social media platform watching me going live, please come to YouTube to put your comments in. I cannot see. Yes, John, no problem, honey. Absolutely. I just read that wrong. I thought that you was... Okay, just to clarify, John, I want to make sure that I've got this right. So you and your wife are not in contact right now. Should you text your wife now or later on this evening? That's the question that you're wanting answered. Hi, Kimberly. How are you, honey? Okay, just making sure, John. Thank you for clarifying, honey. Okay, I've got John on the list, and then where was the new person? Kimberly. Got you on the list, hon. If anybody's wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. I've got John on the list and Kimberly. I am doing well. Thank you, Kim. Can I call you Kim or you want Kimberly? Okay, let's see. Guys, make sure if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings that you make the payment and come back and tell me how many cards you paid for. And if you are not watching me on YouTube, please come to YouTube and put your name in the comments here. You can get on Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment, go to live videos, and then it should be the first video that comes up. Make sure that you are... Thank you, Kim. Make sure that you are... Oh, I forgot what I was trying to say now. Never mind. All right, John, this reading is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to for John, please? What messages do you have for John, please, when it comes to his connection with his wife, not being in contact? Should he text her tonight or not? Can you give me any information about John and his connection with his wife? I was told to use my Twin Flame or Soulmate deck, John, so let's see what kind of messages that come out for you. So you get a message, I love you still, I want you still. However, when I'm reading this, I instantly get this like feeling of my air is being taken from me, almost like I'm being smothered. So the message that's coming through for you is to not smother her, give her space, give her time. I do feel like there needs to be some sort of reflecting on aspects of the relationship, like what did you have to bring to the table or what did you not bring to the table, and like maybe make a list of these pros and cons. There's something that you need to see about this connection that maybe you're not quite seeing yet, or if you are seeing it, maybe you just need to process it a little bit more. I do feel like there is aspects from both partners that need to be looked at, and looked at in a way of like, I should be open-minded to changing this aspect of myself, meaning both of you have aspects of yourself that need to be changed for this relationship to be able to work. But I do feel like space is definitely needed right now. I do feel like a time of silence is also needed on both yours and your wife's behalf. This silence is where you're, asking questions from spirit, like, show me what I need to change. What messages keep repeating themselves to you when you think about your wife and the relationship that you had? What didn't work? What constantly is being brought up and brought up and brought up through maybe conversations, arguments, or things that you and your wife may have went through? What is it that needs to change? So I feel like one or both of you already have some sort of hold on things that could have been different or could have changed for the better, but weren't yet worked on or need to be worked on more. You do get, I am now willing to communicate. I will reach out to you soon. But again, with this card, I'm feeling that it's really time for you to just give her some space. And I feel like you both need space. And I feel like you need to honor the space that is being given at this time by listening to what Spirit is telling you. Again, repeated thoughts are things that Spirit is telling you. So if you keep having a repeated thought of changing a certain aspect of yourself or not calling her at this time, then these are the things that you need to honor and respect and make sure that you're putting time and energy into, or not putting time and energy into. Like this card saying, I will reach out to you soon. It's almost like the message is, let her reach out to you first. And I am getting a no from that. That's not necessarily what the message is saying. However, I do feel like this is definitely a time of reflection, being silent, and giving space. And I am hearing yes, yes, yes with that, which means that I'm exactly spot on with that. I am seeing the color blue, but I see blue and white together, which tells me that when the communication does happen, that the conversation is going to be exactly when it needs to happen and how it needs to be said. So the right words will come out regardless of what either one of you talk about. You know, Spirit will be guiding this conversation. I do feel like there is a feeling of missing you, but also a feeling of needing to do whatever it takes to make sure that this person is okay. And what I mean by that is, I'm giving you a couple extra cards because I was asked to, but what I mean by that is you both have things that you know that need to change. You both have things that you're seeing at this time, and you're reflecting on these things. Even though you're missing each other, you're also in this space of, but I'm more important. And if you're not in that space of feeling like I'm more important, my mental, physical health, my emotional health is more important than whatever is going on, or trying to fix whatever is going on, it's almost like you need to just let go and let God, you know, put your hands in there and say, look, I surrender. I don't know what I'm surrendering to, but I'm having faith and trust and patience and believing that you, God, the universe, your higher self, whatever, is working it out for the best of both parties involved. You do have the transformation card. It says, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So just know that giving space and giving time to this relationship will help it to heal. It is going to take a little bit of time, but there is something, I'm seeing she doesn't have your new number. You can text her and say, you know, I realize you may not want to talk at this time, but when and if you do want to talk, this is my new number, and then give it to her. But let it be that. You know, really let it be that, because she definitely needs some space. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So you got to have faith, trust, and patience in this process of things working out for you. I hope that this is helping you in some way, shape, or form. Let me get you an affirmation card, and then I'm going to move on. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world that I see. There's that word faith again. So make sure that you're having faith in this situation, working out the way that you want it. View it that way. You know, visualize seeing yourself back with your wife. Anytime you have negative thoughts about it, change those negative thoughts into something more positive, because the more positive, the more you're going to attract and bring in. Anyhow, I hope that you got something out of your reading. John, much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Okay, guys, if you are wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. I only have Kimberly on the list right now. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're telling me how many cards that you paid for, and make sure that you're making that payment first. I do have Kimberly on the list, and as of right now, she is the last person. Again, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that you're making the payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for. Payment information is in the comments as well as in the description below. If you're on another social media platform besides YouTube, please make sure that you're getting off of that, coming onto YouTube, getting on my channel, Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment, and getting on the live videos, and then commenting under this live video that you're wanting a reading. I will not be able to see comments if you're on another platform. Again, right now I have Kimberly and no one else. If you're wanting a reading, put your name into the comments, please. 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. I am going to be going live tomorrow around 8 or 9 o'clock to do some healing, guys. If you are interested in chakra work or getting your elements within your body balanced out, this would be a good time for you to come in, participate. Make sure that when you get on there, you tell me that you're there. Just, you know, say hi, let me know that you're there, what have you. That'll be tomorrow night, Tuesday, I think it's the 15th. I'm not sure. Anyhow, let's move on. Kimberly, this reading is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to for Kimberly, please? Thank you. Okay, Kimberly, this is going to be for you, hon. What messages do you have for Kimberly, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Kimberly. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, Messages from Spirit or Higher Self, please, for Kimberly. I'm seeing a waterway, and I'm actually getting an image that's on one of the tarot cards, and I can't remember for the life of me. It's the star. I believe it's the star. I am seeing a waterway, like a river or a creek, and there's a lady, a beautiful lady in a flowing gown that is underneath the stars walking by this riverway. There's something that is happening. There's something that is coming about. There's some sort of like transformation, a pretty big transformation that is happening. And I feel like this person is coming more into themselves, or they're more, it's almost like they've learned so much about who they are that they're now like showing it to the world, or they're giving it to and presenting themselves in the appropriate, accurate, truthful, most authentic way that they can. That's the message that's coming through right now. The star. You may be becoming a star. You may be learning about who you are and where you fit in the world. Yes. I'm also seeing sunflowers, which usually represent the sun and coming together with the sun, getting very connected with the sun. Sun gazing is going to be something that's going to present itself to be very useful to you right now. Getting connected with looking at the sun for just short intervals of time. Then when you close your eyes, what images come to you? What kind of feelings do you feel in your body? What do you sense? What do you experience? This is something that it's asking you to do, and do it often. I'm feeling. Even on the cloudy days, if it's cloudy, you know about where the sun is, still gaze at that cloud as if the sun is there. There's something about the energy that is coming through for you. So you're somebody who's very connected to source, to sunlight, to codes coming in for healing, for evolution, for helping you to move on into like a higher state of consciousness. This is a good place to be. You got the Six of Stars, which is a message of success. And if you see all these stars around this lady, and not just the stars around the lady, but look at the wings that are spread out. This is you with, you know, you've graduated from something. You've came to the certain part of your journey and in your life where you're just like, it's time for me to spread my wings and fly. It is time for me to show myself and present myself to the world as I truly am. And I'm here to take it or leave it. You know, and this means like people can either take you or leave you as you are. If they leave you, then they're not meant to be in your life. If they are, you know, coming towards you and they're taking you as you are, then they're meant to be there. So take it or leave it is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting 2 more cards from these for you as well. You're meant to be an observer at this time. There's some things that you're putting yourself into, situations, experiences that you're being brought to, and it's almost like forcefully being brought to. This is Spirit's way of saying, you know what, we know what you want, we know what you desire, now we're going to bring you closer to what you want and desire, and we're going to make it very joyful for you. I do feel like this is a time when you're kind of observing things that are going on around you in a way that you feel more on top of these things that you're observing. So I'm just going to use an example. You know, you're at the grocery store and not a good example, never mind. I can't come up with an example, but I feel like you're observing things that are going around you from a higher perspective, from a perspective of you have information that flows through you when you see a certain situation playing out. It's truthful information. It may be information that you're meant to share with others or you're not. It's information that if you're meant to share with others, you do. If you're not, then you don't. But this is information that's coming from Spirit, from your higher self, from just those deep internal knowings that you're connected with. I do feel like this is a very fruitful time for you. This is a time when you're going to show up and show out, so to speak. So there's something in your life where your energy is needed. It is being brought out, and it's being, what am I trying to say? Accepted by most. Okay. Again, take it or leave it. If they're not taking it, then they're not the people that's meant to be in your energy. They're the people that is meant to be taken away for some time or even forever. You are somebody whose light is meant to shine and shine brightly. You're meant to give information to people. You're meant to share stories with others that will help to inspire and enlighten them in some way, shape, or form. I do feel like this is by using your past experiences, by showing them the way, giving them information, by using stories that of how you got through it and how you were capable of doing so. I do feel like you're coming more into like a fiery season where you feel like, you know, you're not going to take no for an answer. You're going to do whatever it takes to be successful in whatever it is. Could be multiple endeavors. But this is a time of joy coming to you. It's almost like this energy of fire has came over you. It's brought in a lot of joy, and it's brought in a lot of passion, commitment, dedication type energy. Yes, 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 I am hearing. I get the energy of your ships coming in. It's almost like you've done a lot of work into some sort of area or multiple areas of your life. And whatever this work is that you've done, it's brought you into a new type of energy or energies. And these new energies are bringing in abundance in some way, shape, or form. This could be abundance of joy, time, energy, space, abundance of silence, abundance of money, abundance of love. It could be all of the above, but it's bringing you into this energy of where you just, things that you've manifested or worked hard to manifest are now coming. There is definitely, as you say, alignment that is happening. Yes, yes, yes. I am going to get you one more card. The Fool is asking you to take a leap, a big leap. Have faith and trust in something that maybe you have no tangible evidence of it working out for you. I do feel like it's asking you to allow your emotions and your intuition to kind of work together on making decisions at this time, but to really allow your intuition to show you the truth of the matter. Those deep internal knowings are telling you, go this direction or not go this direction. If you're being told over and over and over again to take a leap of faith in some sort of situation, then this is your cue to go ahead and do that. It's going to be fruitful. It's a time of harvest for you. In multiple areas of your life is what I'm hearing. Hope is the conduit for miracles. Miracles happen to me all the time. It's because I am faithful. Even if I don't know why or how something is going to work out for me, I just have faith that it will. I keep reminding myself by, acting as if or speaking as if it's already happened that way. That way I can stay faithful in knowing that it's going to happen. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Kimberly. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Guys, I don't have anybody else on my list. If you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're making that payment and coming back and tell me how many cards that you paid for. I'm only going to stay on here for a few more minutes if I don't get any more readings. I do have a lot of other things to do. If you guys are wanting to make an appointment with me for either a reading or a healing, you can go to my website, which is uniqueme303healing.net. Well, sorry it didn't tell you about your complicated love life, but you heard exactly what you needed to hear at this time. I will pull you one of the love cards and see what it says. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. Remember, love is the greatest healer. So your complicated love life is meant to be a healer for you at this time, teaching you the lessons that you need to learn. Pay attention to any kind of repeated things that are happening in your love life, because these are things that you need to pay attention to, whether it's for the good, bad, or the indifferent. Playfulness is going to be something that you want to bring to the table, not taking things too seriously. Hi, Vals. How are you doing, honey? Yes, sure. Do you want to give me your name, or do you want me to just use Val? While I was just shuffling the cards, the Secret Admirer card came out. This could be for one or many of you. It says someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So somebody has a secret admirer. Take it if it resonates for you. If it doesn't, then it wasn't meant for you. Okay, Val, let's see what kind of messages they have for you. Priority list with social housing. Okay, let's see what we get here. Which cards am I supposed to use for Val, please? Which cards am I supposed to use for Val, please? I'm seeing a couple different decks. Which ones do I... Okay, thank you. This message is for Val. Can you please give me a time frame or information about moving? I don't feel like it's going to be as soon as you would like it to be. Instantly, with these two cards that are coming out, I feel like there may be something that's letting you on a little bit more than what it needs to. Meaning, like, how do I say this? You might be getting some sort of like good messages or good thoughts about you're going to be moving really, really soon. But I do feel like it's going to be a little bit. I feel like it's going to put you in a little bit of a dark space where you have to kind of look at things a little bit differently and go outside the box to see exactly if there's any more solutions to what you could be doing. Yeah, I do feel like there is definitely a new beginning happening when it comes to moving. However, it's not going to be without some sort of problems. I do want to use the pendulum because I really don't like negative messages, although I do know that you are going to get the solution that you need. I do see that. This is the last card here. This clover tells me that you are going to get the solution that you need, especially with moving a little bit of time. But let me see how much time. Which pendulum do I use, please? Will you move back and forth side to side when you can give me an accurate amount of time frame for how much time frame it'll be before Val is able to move, have housing for her and her kids? Is it going to be under a month of time? Will it be over a month's time? Will it be more than 1 month? More than 2 months? Will it be more than 2 months? No. Okay, so it'll be around 2 months' time, and I know that there's going to be some challenges within the next 2 months that are going to be presented to you, and I don't know exactly what these challenges are, but I feel like when you feel like you're getting to this dark spot, not to get into it, I feel like there is hope at the end of the tunnel, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, because you do have the clover, which tells me this is a card of good luck. So what I feel like it's trying to tell you is there may be some... Okay, this is exactly what it's trying to tell you. There's going to be some things presented to you, and it's going to sound good on paper. It's going to sound good presented to you, but I feel like don't go with the first thing that is presented to you, that there's something else that's going to be even better for you. And I know that I feel like you're on a, like you said, that you're on a list for something or something like that, but I feel like there's more lists or more places to search through or look for or something like that. I feel like there's something better out there than what you're already on the list for. So I feel like maybe doing some more research and looking into something else might be a little bit more beneficial for you. However, what it is saying is don't give up hope, and just know that, you know, go where you're feeling led by your heart, like where your feelings and your emotions, your instincts, your deep internal knowings are leading you. Pray and ask for you know, some sort of confirmation whether you should go this direction or that direction, and have it confirmed through other people, places, and things until you know without a shadow of a doubt in your heart whether or not it's going to work for you. And then when you do feel that, just that internal knowing to go in that direction, and this is the right place to be, or the right place to be put on a list, or the right people to talk to, whatever it may be, you're just going to know that, and it's going to bring in that good luck, that energy of happiness and joy. So follow your heart. It's definitely going to lead you in the right direction. But for now, I do feel like there's going to be some times of like really questioning a lot, worrying about some things. But it's so important that you change your worry and doubt into it's coming. It's not yet, but it's coming. So I hope that you got something out of that. Let me get you an I am affirmation. Give me an affirmation for Val. Thank you. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So this is a suggestion for you to make sure that you're, you know, asking that the best outcome for all involved, for you and your children, will happen, and that you're going to have faith and trust that that will happen. Anyhow, I hope that you got something out of your reading, Val. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Good. I'm glad to hear that, hon. I'm glad it helped you. Guys, I'm going to stay live as long as there's people on here to do readings for. So if you're wanting a reading, please comment your name in the comment. 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Thank you, honey. You're very welcome. Make sure that if you're not on YouTube's platform, that you're getting on YouTube, going to my YouTube page, which is Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. Getting on the live videos and putting your name into the comments for the first live video that you see. If you're on another platform, I am not going to see your comments. Guys, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe so that you can get notifications. I am going live tomorrow between 8 and 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time PM to do some healing. So if you're interested in chakra healing or getting connected with the elements in your body and balancing them out, then this will be a good time for you guys to come in and visit me tomorrow night between 8 and 9. Somewhere around that time. I haven't decided, but probably closer to the 9 o'clock time. It seems like more people are involved when I go live later. Again, guys, I have nobody in line for a reading. If you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 5 or 9 for, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. If you're making a reading payment, make sure that you're making that payment and coming back to tell me how many cards you paid for. I'm just waiting a few more minutes to see if anybody else is wanting a reading. Well, I'm waiting to see if anybody else is going to come on. I'm just going to get some affirmations out of my affirmation jar for you guys. This will be for those who are still watching, or even those who watch at a later date, maybe. Okay, I got 3 of them that came out. First affirmation is, I am deserving of love and respect. Second affirmation is, if I can get it open, I radiate confidence and positivity. Thank you, Candy. Hope to see you tomorrow, 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be going live on here on YouTube to do some chakra healing and some balancing of the elements in our body. So make sure to be there for that, guys. If you're interested, invite some friends. Everybody can use this type of healing. I am a magnet for positive opportunities and experiences. I love this one. I've never seen this one in here before. I am a magnet for positive opportunities and experiences. You're very welcome, sis. Very, very welcome. PM, Candy, PM. 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Most likely it'll probably be closer to 9 o'clock. I hope to see you there, Julie. It'll be fun. It's been a while since I've done any healing to my chakras or balancing to my elements, so I definitely need it. That's what inspired me to do it for you guys tomorrow. Like I said, guys, I am going full-time with my business now, so you are my advertisement. You guys sharing my videos, being a part of, giving me likes, even leaving comments is very helpful for my channel to grow, which in turn will help me to grow in my business. It has been 6 years I've been doing this channel, maybe 7 now. 6 or 7 years I've been doing this channel now, and maybe longer. I don't know. I have no concept of time. Anyhow, just fiddle farting around part-time with the business, and I am ready to go full-time. It is time. Spirit opened up that that avenue for me to be able to do so. So I'm hoping that you guys will be there and participate. Super exciting time for me. It's also a very nervous time for me. However, it's a good nervous. I am excited to show you guys my talents and skills and share them with you so that you guys can too grow your talents and skills and abilities that we all have, just about opening and awakening those. So can't wait to see you guys there. I'm going to go ahead and get off this live since nobody else is putting their name in the comments. I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Much love to you guys. Bye.